So there's a small YouTube channel named SSSniperwolf, and she's been a big bad wolf. 34.8 million kids out there are Little Red Riding Hood, and this big bad wolf has come to trap those kids within the YouTube grandma's hut. As you can all remember her from, SSSniperwolf is a reaction channel, and I'm using reaction very loosely because she's as reactive as a rock, she's as reactive as helium. Her reaction to YouTube channels is the same reaction I have when I'm watching paint dry. It's more dull than a rusty overused knife. She reacts to these clips and looks pretty for the camera, and she was banished to the Shadow Realm a little ways ago because she was being a little bit of a bully. And by being a little bit of a bully, I mean allegedly committing multiple freaking crimes, such as doxing Jack's films, asking a kid to flash her on screen, and a plethora of other things such as admitting showering with her dog, I guess, and ghosting a terminally ill kid to go party, and a numerad of other things I'm probably missing. So today, since I was being a hypocrite in the previous few videos where I showed pictures of her being a weirdo without censoring any of said stuff earlier, I will certainly do a better job this time at upholding the values the internet sector of society should be striving towards, while also doing my job as a critic to call out these parasites on the platform of YouTube. Before I go on, please don't go harassing the people mentioned, especially SSSniperwolf. If anything, you're only gonna be like her if the allegations with her are true. And as much as she should be banned, and the people mentioned here really, you aren't doing any better by being a vigilante, and it'll only make my job harder as well as the job of the proper authorities harder. These are just my opinions, and I implore everyone to do their own research before coming to a conclusion. And this will also be my last video before I end the boost in videos and go back to uploading every 3 to 4 days, because I am trying to make an academic comeback, bro. I am so cooked. Please subscribe because UCI won't even accept me at this rate. I am so cooked. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, yeah, we're gonna start off with the classics. She's still contributing to the brain rot, and I kind of feel like this is the most appropriate since she's been doing this since the dawn of man. She's been one of the pioneers. She basically engineered the entire genre of making sexually explicit thumbnails. She was one of the first, I believe. She, like every YouTuber I'm coming after, makes sexually explicit thumbnails. Take a look at the video's dumb pregnancy hacks that went too far and touch my body challenge. That one was a wild one. While writing the script, I was looking through her most popular videos, and her most popular damn video, and I kid you not, is called Touch My Body Challenge. And mind you, this is a YouTuber meant for kids. She is monetized. This video is monetized. Look at the proof that I'm playing in the background right now. This video is monetized. YouTube, are you out of your Kentucky Fried mind? Look at the thumbnail, and she has her tongue out. And also on top of that, Sausage or whatever that guy's name is squeezing her right melon. And that is just such a weird thing to be putting on this platform that I would kind of argue primarily has kids on it. I'm not really sure of the statistics and all, but there's a sizable amount of kids on this platform. And may Lord have mercy on you all. This should warrant a strike on your channel. I have so many questions. TikToks that escalated quickly, TikToks I watched instead of sleeping. Hey look, your top 1% video is trying dumb life hacks to see if they work video that I mentioned in a video that I privated. TikToks that are actually relatable, which I didn't know that staring at your teacher's pregnant belly was relatable. I thought that was just something people don't do out of respect. People got caught in 4K, TikToks that make your day better. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. TikTok pranks that went too far, TikToks that are relatable, school punishments that went too far, where she's showing supposed girls lining up and tying their hair up to show off their bodies or something, which freaking weirdo, man. She's basically clickbaiting, borderline child porn. TikToks worth watching when you're bored, which I still have no clue what is up with pregnant women. Only girl in an all-boys school, where she kind of shows a girl getting sexually harassed, which I don't know why you do that either. That's just really weird to be showing borderline child porn, basically. Babysitter text that went too far, kids who got suspended from school for dumb reasons, TikToks only girls were... Wait a minute. I'm starting to see a recurring theme here. I honestly think that TikTok should have been banned in all seriousness. Putting aside the potential cyber risks associated with TikTok, I feel like TikTok is just a horrible place where people just go to commit crimes. It's literally Kick but worse. At least Kick doesn't keep the criminals on their website. At least they pretend to care. Look, they banned Jack Doherty. At least they're doing something right. But TikTok straight up doesn't seem to care from the looks of it. And although they have removed and banned and censored some certain categories, such as I believe it was the what was it called, the devious lick challenge, I believe they censored that. So that was like one of the few times where I think they censored something. Anyways, remember the blackout challenge where people were literally knocking themselves out? It's straight out of Looney Tunes. It's lunacy. It is the most skillless, entertainmentless, soulless platform on the internet that anyone can ever create. Anyone can be famous. For example, Speezy, who literally eats spicy food for a living. This guy literally just eats spicy food, overreacts, puts on this Nikocado avocado act, and then just dips and he makes millions. But at least he's not clickbaiting child porn from what I can see. So the only real crime this guy commits is assault and battery on his body's insulin, and worst of all, being cringe. And also, oh my god, no way, Speezy commented, a famous YouTuber commented on my channel. No, oh my god, no way. But anyways, putting that aside, going back to the TikTok thing, I feel like TikTok should have been banned because the copious amounts of challenges oh my god, guys. I found out about the Benadryl challenge. Who has this stuff? Okay, do I really need to explain why doing the Benadryl challenge is horrible? And I don't think TikTok even censored it. I'm gonna have to go take a look at it. I'll show you the results that I found when I did my research. But long story short, TikTok should have been banned because of the copious amounts of challenges it's harbored. And I'm pretty sure they haven't even censored half of this stuff yet. And on top of that, it's also like a crucial plot line in Darman's content. So it should have been banned already just because of that. But along with the copious amounts of dangerous challenges, it's kind of promoted, I guess. I can't really say if it's promoted or not because it's probably just like the algorithm malfunctioning or whatever, encouraging crimes. But TikTok should have just been banned. Screw the free speech thing. It doesn't really matter if people are getting killed left, right, and center because people are defending it using free speech. And that's just something that I've always found to be really dangerous mindset. Going back to the Benadryl challenge and like TikTok in general, like what animal made that challenge? It's not a matter of free speech anymore. This is genuinely killing people like I mentioned earlier. And because so many kids and even adults use TikTok nowadays, since TikTok specializes in short form content, this gives people the illusion that they're actually getting famous, when in reality, one long-form content view is worth like 20 short-form content views. The inflation for shorts content is crazier than the inflation for Zimbabwe currency and post-World War II Hungary combined. This makes the Great Depression look like the Great Jubilation. Holy smokes, how do people not realize these challenges aren't actually making them famous? But anyways, yeah, long story short, TikTok is famous. Get your kid off that damn platform and do not let them use it under any circumstances. I am an avid TikTok hater. It has ruined the lives of so many people. And on top of that, I don't think people realize that when they get followers on TikTok, people aren't remembering them for the content they did. They're only giving them a follow because, you know, the content they made probably made them chuckle a little bit. But the amount of meaningful followers, like the ones that actually follow for the content, is substantially less than on long form content, if that makes sense. Because TikTok, whenever you're scrolling through short form content, you're only paying attention to the video for like a minute at a time. It only lasts a minute. It doesn't last for a significant amount of time, like for, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes. So people aren't really seeing the full scope of your quote-unquote talent, which, by the way, I still believe TikTok has no talent whatsoever. But anyways, continuing on from that, yeah, it's just not something that people should be getting too absorbed in. Like, at least Instagram Reels. Actually, no, there's no argument for Instagram Reels, to be honest here. I think that all short-form content really is just a detriment to society. And even I've fallen into the clutches of short-form content, and that's why I'm trying to get out of the grasp of short-form content. It is just not a productive amount of time, like, meaningful amount of productivity, if that makes sense. And people should just be getting off short-form content and just continue using long-form content. You can pause the video at any time. You have your search history. Just go back to it. If you lose it, it's fine. Whereas short-form content just has you chasing this high that you'll never achieve the fullest extent of, because it's distributed over a variety of videos that will over time diminish. I have no clue what rant I'm going on. Long story short, TikTok sucks. Keep your kids off of it, please. But anyways, continuing on with the thumbnails, SSSniperwolf knows that she's a kid content creator. We can tell because on a post she made at March 24, 2019 on her Instagram, she shows to have won a Kids' Choice Award from the Nickelodeon Awards. Now, do I know if that award part is true? No. I've never watched Nickelodeon and never will, because I've heard they have been doing some pretty bad things behind the scenes, and I just have no interest in Nickelodeon because, it's marketed towards a more younger kids audience, like between single digit and barely double digit audience, whereas I'm 17 right now and I'm almost pushing 18. I have no interest in it anymore. However, judging from not only her Kids' Choice Award and her oddly buttocks-centered thumbnails, and the fact that she allegedly told a kid to take off her shirt, along with her allegedly telling boys to twerk on camera and then their moms walked in. I don't know the specifics of that, but I heard of that somewhere. Tells me that she is very comfortable with exploiting the biological compass of coitus, if you get what I mean. She's very comfortable with exploiting the serotonin of other people, or I think that's the correct chemical, I don't remember. And this is just one of the many different reasons why someone's got to do something about her. Her audience is primarily made up of kids, and if she's going to be doing stuff such as the things I mentioned earlier, I think that is within everyone's interest to stop supporting someone who is making thumbnails such as these. Oh, and don't think I forgot about the Touch My Body challenge. Of course I watched it in incognito mode because right off the bat she shows Sausage trying to squeeze her right melon, and I watched the video in its entirety. No, I did not like it at all. No, I'm not interested in those things. Sausage looks like a greasy guy, and SSSniperwolf is just not the type of person I'm into. And this is just softcore corn. I'll be honest with you guys. This is just straight up softcore corn videos of the birds and the bees. This is just downright weird. And the fact that I, as a 17-year-old, can easily access such material in this way is borderline illegal, if not just straight up illegal. YouTube needs to hold her accountable for this type of behavior, and I think that it is absolutely stupid she is back to monetization. And not only that, the entire premise of the video apparently is essentially where the one person grabs the other person's hand, the other person closes. I think they should have been blindfolded, but they got too lazy to get the blindfold, so they just had them close their eyes. And then they're supposed to drag their finger, which is pointed out, to a body part, and the tip of the finger is supposed to touch a body part. Now, the entire premise of the video is stupid. There's no entertainment in it whatsoever. They're not saying any jokes. They're not playing games. No, it's literally just someone touching someone else in really weird ways. And also on top of that, it is sprinkled with sexualized jokes that kids are watching. So that's definitely a good sign for this platform. And that is definitely something. And not only that, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, I have ADHD, so I am actually forgetting things left and right, but when I clicked on the video, it did not show anything talking about this is not comfortable for the viewers under the age of 18. There was no warning about that whatsoever. No, it was just straight up raw dogging it. You click on the video, you get exactly what they put on the title and on the thumbnail. And that is just something that YouTube needs to deal with ASAP. Oh man, okay, I spent 10 minutes going through the first point and I haven't even gotten to the second, third, or fourth points that I wanted to make yet. May Lord have mercy on us all. But anyways, initially I wasn't going to cover this because I was just chilling. I was just sitting down, sipping on my apple juice and eating my grilled cheese sandwich while playing Clash Royale with the other kids. And suddenly this pops up and now I gotta gear up in my suit for this, my battle suit. I've got my Excalibur in my right hand, my immovable object or whatever on my left hand, and I'm ready to go into battle. SSSniperwolf has what in my opinion is sexually explicit content. Not on YouTube, I don't think. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot about what I just talked about a few minutes ago. My bad, gang. But anyways, Did you ever wonder what would happen if a 15-year-old Instagram user was curious to see what their beloved content creator SSSniperwolf was up to? Well, fret not, my friend. Here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ, what in the Kentucky Fried... Yeah, do you see what I mean? She's definitely got sexually explicit content that, even putting aside the whole touch my body challenge, is available for kids. And she knows it too. She knows what she's doing. If you look at her Twitter, and I'm not going to show any of this, by the way, because I'm sick and tired of dragging the black bar over her body, she has the audacity to talk trash like this. No, I'm not defending Keemstar. I literally made a video dogging on him, and either way, I never liked that guy in the first place because he is a parasite that thrives off drama. What I do like to do is point out that you draw the line at nudes, and you don't even provide any constructive criticism or like any argumentation against it whatsoever. You just talk trash about him. And not only that, you're constantly dropping your pants and putting on the tightest booty shorts or revealing clothing you can find. And I think that's a horrible thing to be doing, especially if your primary audience is kids. And sure, maybe that Nickelodeon award thing is a bit outdated. Maybe your content is marketed towards adults now. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm not even gonna try making that argument. You still react to my arch nemesis Darman, and you actively support and even starred in his videos at one point, and you still have categories that are mostly meant for children, such as reacting to TikToks and stuff like that. No one cares what you react to, or at least no reasonable adult does. The only people that care about it are your children, and I'm pretty sure I can find a source somewhere. I'll show it on screen right now if I found one during the editing process. But yeah, it's just really amazing how much of the audacity, the gall you have to be doing this stuff. Even funnier, in the Keemstar screenshot I showed, I want to point out that when I went into incognito mode, so almost none of my data is transferred over, we start Karina Kopf, an apparent adult actress, and Pokimane, who apparently was the whole face of the whole Twitch thought movement, if you guys remember that. Frankly speaking, it was kind of misogynistic, honestly, movement of the internet way back then. That's kind of poetic, being put with Miss Anise and Miss Kopf. But anyways, that's all I really have to say about this section. It's pretty obvious that SSSniperwolf has done some pretty weird and sketchy things to influence her view count perchance. Finally, with all the things you guys have been looking forward to now being put out of the way, let's talk about her content. I won't play any of her clips in case she sees this and attempts to strike me. Everyone knows that she's a horrible person, but her content is especially doo-doo because she has no reaction at all to the videos. She kind of just repeats what's going on, but with less emotion than Google Page Reader. I think even Siri is more lively than she is. She's dead, like a paper airplane made out of titanium alloy. Her reactions just don't fly. But let's just put aside her whole reaction content. Maybe her other content is more innovative. She doesn't just do reaction content after all. She does mystery unboxings and stuff like that. And guess what we're gonna be looking at today? Yeah, it is not innovative whatsoever. It genuinely isn't. Let's take a look at a video called I Bought a Celebrity Mystery Box. And the entire premise of the video is that she even admits it herself, opens packages of used clothes sent to her by celebrities. She doesn't even say who the celebrities are. She doesn't even credit them. You can go watch the video herself. And honestly, I have a conspiracy theory here. I don't think that she actually got these packages from celebrities knowing she did what she did. On top of all this, she even commits the sin of not knowing what a barometer is. A barometer doesn't measure bars, as she said. A barometer measures atmospheric pressure, and you'd know that if you paid attention in chemistry. I literally learned this like last month because of AP Chem. But anyways, putting that aside, the whole point is that she's not funny. She throws in these weird jokes that I guess count as her own, but they're so uncreative and so unfunny that I genuinely believe she only has an audience because she posts pictures of herself teasing her body, and then those gooners go from Twitter and Instagram all the way over to YouTube just to look at her even more. And she definitely knows what she's doing, and I think it's about time someone puts a stop to it, 100%. And I know that this video is getting extremely long, but I just want to talk about why I think that reaction content in general and mystery unboxing and all these other things that she's doing and all these weird challenges and stuff like that, none of it is entertaining content or like innovative content or original content. I firmly believe from the bottom of my heart that it is not any talented content whatsoever. Because the whole premise of each video, okay, let's take a look at reaction videos. You are filming your reaction to a video. And everyone has reactions to videos. So do you see the problem here? They aren't subscribing for you, they are subscribing for the content that you react to. And in that case, that just makes you a reposter. And that you are lower than dirt. You are lower than the worms that produce the dirt on our earth. Because at least those worms provide like nutrients and stuff like that to the dirt that we stand on. But these people literally just provide nothing. They provide nothing at all. And let's take a look at your Touch My Body challenge or whatever. That's not even innovative content either. You're just showing someone touching you. That's such a weird thing to be filming in the first place. And everyone have you ever heard of handshakes before? Oh, Touch My Body challenge, here we go. And then I dap someone up. Like, come on, that is not innovative content whatsoever. And going back to 24-hour challenges that I'm pretty sure you used to film some time ago, you stay inside stores, you supposedly commit crimes for 24 hours supposedly. And that's not innovative content whatsoever. That is just not something. You are living inside a retail store for 24 hours and then you use their name in the title in order to get more clicks just because they are famous. But you don't even optimize the amount of fame that you get. Because unless you're doing something like Disneyland where people are fans of like Disney and the entertainment they watch, you're not optimizing the views that you could potentially get. If you really want to do a 24-hour challenge, go to some place that people watch primarily on YouTube, like, I don't know, VidCon, staying in VidCon for 24 hours. Or maybe, I don't know, like Disneyland I mentioned earlier, because people watch Disney content. It is a form of entertainment. And it is a form of content that is being brought into the real world. And that is how you can make the most out of 24 hours. But even then, it's not innovative because you're still just staying at a place for an allotted period of time. Not even that, probably. Look at like the story where the couple got arrested for actually trespassing on like a Walmart or a Target or something like that. And they actually got arrested for it. So you know that these are fake because they primarily collaborate, and it's only during they collaborate with the manager at the store, and it's only during an allotted period of time, not the entire 24 hours. And finally, getting remonetized. The last point I'll be making today is her demonetization or remonetization. Depending on whether or not you see a cup as half empty or half full, she's already gotten remonetized, but she doesn't deserve it. She gave a half-butted apology and a full butt on her socials besides YouTube. Which, by the way, the only reason why I say besides YouTube is because I don't watch her videos, or at least I didn't watch the videos that had the content on it. Just the thumbnail alone told me everything I needed to know. So I don't want to, deteriorate my brain by watching her content. Which, by the way, did I forget to mention that they're monetized? In her recent videos, she sounds so dead and just so soulless, and this is what happens when you show off your body too much and end up relying on it to make views, only for people to realize how much of a horrible person you actually are. But that's not what this point is all about. YouTube doing this sets a very bad precedent for the future of content creation. Not only did SSSniperwolf, a person who I can argue is in a very high position of power, did something like doxing Jack's films, she also still has her sexually explicit content up, and no one is taking it down. Do you not see the implications of this? I feel like in a little bit, YouTube will most likely turn into Twitch, where people push it to terms of service to their limits, where people who want to sell their fans, not their fans, but their only fans, are going to be, twisting and turning the words of it, kind of like the loose versus strict interpretation of the Constitution of America. And one way I believe YouTube can solve this is by doing manual background checks on everyone's social media before they allow links to slide by the channel page. This will prevent curious kids from checking out her other socials directly, or at least take away a direct pathway connecting such adult content to the channel. And sure, it'll cost money, but it is the morally right thing to do. Another way that is much more immediate and much more cheaper is to just take down the videos that contain an unreasonable amount of inappropriate touching, such as the 104 million views of the touching body challenge video. You can also take action on the thumbnails just involving children. That would actually solve a lot of YouTube's issues. Just remove content that is meant for children on the normal YouTube app and move it to the YouTube Kids app. This knocks out two birds with one stone. Not only do you give a purpose to YouTube Kids once again, may the Lord rest YouTube's kids' soul, you also get rid of these stupid content farms infesting YouTube. Furthermore, you can also enable comments on YouTube Kids by taking out a page out of Roblox's content and heavily censor the comments to prevent curse words and slurs flying out of the top turnbuckle. It'll also do a lot for the platform, and although I have no power over YouTube's policies, and as much as I would like to, at the end of the day, the birdie is in YouTube's court. Listen, I used to play badminton, and it's really depressing me that I can't play it anymore because my wrist can't handle it anymore, so that's why I actually started YouTube unironically. But yeah, those are like my two practical solutions, and I had to present some solutions to this problem, or otherwise it would just kind of sound like I'm nagging just for the sake of nagging. But I believe that these solutions would be a really good PR win if YouTube manages to do some of the things I proposed, because they would be making extra big bucks through YouTube Kids, and they would be getting rid of the content farms, which would be a huge win. And speaking of ads, please deal with the weird ads that I'm getting. It's really weird, and they're overly sexually explicit. You need to do something about this. And also, moving back to the SSSniperwolf topic, let's suppose that SSSniperwolf is bribing the YouTube heads to go back to monetization, which I don't think is an impossibility. I think there's a good chance she is bribing them, which is what's really making her sound depressed in the video. She knows her time as a content creator is limited, and she is paying a subscription to continue making money. And in exchange, she is also selling her soul, or parts of it at least. And if she's bribing the heads, there's no incentive to go with her bribes anymore, because they would be making far more ludicrous amounts of money had they moved her platform to YouTube Kids. She would be gaining so many more subscribers because so many kids would be watching her content, and assuming that the YouTube Kids app has good monetization, she wouldn't even be doing half the shenanigans she has been doing on there. On top of that, the RPM on YouTube Kids is up supposedly, I think, still between $1 to $5. So she'd be making between $36,500 a year to $1,800, $2,805. I'm having a stroke right here. This number. And since she's, SSSniperwolf, I don't think her salary is going below six figures. It's just, there's no way her salary is going below six figures. This is the quote-unquote beloved SSSniperwolf. But yeah, you get the idea. It is both economically and socially a better move to move her over to YouTube Kids along with other content creators that have this type of content, and just severely monitor their content, along with anyone else who makes content geared towards kids that is just weird in some ways. Just start monitoring all of them, and you will not only get a PR win, you'll have so many more advertisers coming to your company, and you'll get so much more money out of it. Think about the pros out of it. There's no reason to keep her on the main YouTube platform anymore. Well, yeah, that's it. We made it to the end of the video. Yeah, overall, she makes really inappropriate content that is legitimately and provably geared towards kids, and this is the type of person that YouTube is harboring. Once again, I do not encourage people to go harass SSSniperwolf. You are not any better than her by doing so. But it is important to keep in mind that content such as this will only serve to be dangerous for kids. So we need to make sure that YouTube knows that we know. We need to make sure that we protect the kids. And we also need to make sure that people like SSSniperwolf don't get too much power and go undetected. That is all I really have to say. And wow, I did not think I would get this far. If you're still watching this video, I want everyone to know that I really appreciate all of you. You all really mean a lot to me, and although I will not permit myself to get involved with my fans on a personal level, I want you all to know that as long as you all come out a bit smarter, as long as you all go out there to make society a better place by calling out pieces of doo-doo like SSSniperwolf, Rith, Veshrami, all those other people out, and bring to these appropriate powers the attention of such actions. And as long as you all start arguing with factual evidence and start basing your arguments on reality instead of emotion, that is simply enough for me. You can still have emotion while still being realistic. Just learn to be a productive member of society by not, acting out of emotion. Start acting on a logical basis in order to make your life and the lives of people around you better. And that is all I have to say. If you do that much, that's all I ask of you. I would have accomplished the goal I have set out to do. And I want you all to know that I appreciate you all. And my success is built off the back of yours. So you all are the ones that make it possible for me to be in the position that I am right now. And I really appreciate it. And also, please subscribe. I'm going to be homeless because, my grades are actually suffering. I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to need to work at McDonald's, bro. Please like and subscribe. But yeah, those are all my criticisms on SSSniperwolf. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a good day. Stay safe out there. Protect the kids. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I hope you all have a good day. And bye.